Yeah, good job. Hello everyone, it's Just a Dad. Today I'm going to do a review on the Shark Stratos Never Touch Robot Vacuum Cleaner. Now I did buy this with my own money. I wasn't paid for this video. It's retailing for $1,000 right now. That's really expensive for what you're getting. Hopefully this is going to go on sale. At $1,000, it's not a recommendation from me. This is a brand new model they just came out with called the Stratos. This looks a lot like their Never Touch Pro, and they got a thermocharge, which I will be comparing it. Right now, I would get the thermocharged. It's on sale, I think now for about $700. This is model number AV2700ZE. I did buy this off of Amazon. Now I do use links, so if you purchase a product off of my website, justadadapproved.com, or in this video, the product doesn't cost you anymore, but I do get a small commission from the sale. If you want to see all the robots that I highly recommend, go to my website, justadadapproved.com. Now this washes with cold water, washes the mop pad. It dries with room temperature air. I like that it has LiDAR navigation, that's a plus. Obstacle avoidance sensor looks to be about the same as the thermocharged has a much better obstacle avoidance sensor. It has an LED light on the front. That one does great. This one I think is going to do just okay because it looks like the same sensor as the Never Touch Pro. And the Shark Clean app, in my opinion, is just a little bit on the dated side. It doesn't have a whole lot of features, which could be a good thing. It is rather simple to use, but you do have to do a carpet verification run, which is kind of an extra step. I like that it has carpet sensors, but you have to do this extra carpet verification run in the app. So in this video, we're just going to show it cleaning up a mess, and then we'll see how it does. So this robot has a base station that's going to wash the mop pad and dry it at the end of the job. It's also going to auto empty the dustbin. So I really like that this robot has LiDAR navigation. I like that it has 3 physical buttons up here. We do have an obstacle avoidance sensor on the front. It's not going to avoid everything, but if something's taller than 3 inches, the LiDAR will do a good job of avoiding. Around back, here's the dustbin. The base station is going to fill the robot up with water automatically. Everything's going to go into here. This is called the dustbin. And then at the end of the job, everything gets sucked out of the dustbin by this port right here into this bagless dustbin right here. So you're going to take this over to the trash can, press that button, and empty it out. It does have odor neutralizing technology. This is just a scent that when this vacuum kicks on, you can smell an odor. Since it is bagless, there are some filters. There's some filters down there you'll have to clean. They're reusable. And there is a HEPA filter in the side. Here's your clean water tank. So you're going to fill this up with water and the Shark Vac Mop solution. And this is your dirty water tank. Down here, this is the brush that's going to scrub the mop pad. There's a little filter down here. So it's going to scrub the mop pad and then the water gets sucked up into the dirty water tank. Here's the bottom of the robot. There's the mop pad. Now this can leave. The base station can detach this mop pad and leave it at the base station. And the robot can go and just vacuum only. Whenever you set this up for the first time, you're going to do a carpet verification run. It's going to map your home, but then you're going to tell it, you're going to divide up the rooms, and then you're going to say which rooms have carpet in it. Then it goes back and cleans those rooms. And with these 2 carpet sensors up here, it'll show where the carpet is in the app. And so whenever you tell it to go vacuum only, it removes this mop pad and leaves it at the base station. Here's where it's going to vacuum. These are the drive wheels. Now, if it has to travel, whenever it's mopping, if it has to travel over carpet to get to the mopping place, it's called adaptive lifting. It lifts these wheels to lift the rear end up so that the mop pad doesn't drag onto the carpet. Drive wheels, these are the cliff sensors, 1 side brush. Now, as this is vacuuming only, there is a dirt detection sensor. So there's a little sensor right here and here. And as those particles are going past, if there's more particles in the air than normal, this goes into a dirt detection event and it goes into like a 3 foot by 3 foot pattern to extra clean that when it's vacuuming. It does have an internal water tank that gets filled up from the base station, and it can spray water on top of the mop pad to keep it wet. Now, once in a while, you will have to change this. It's super easy to change the mop pad. It's just held on with Velcro, and you simply just slide it off and install another one. You can even put this in your laundry to kind of freshen it up. It does reach out to the side. Whenever it's up against a wall, it can move this mop pad right up against the wall. It also blows a puff of air. So when it's up against the wall, it blows air up against the wall to kind of get the dirt and debris to go to the middle where it can be vacuumed up. Okay, we're gonna go tell it to clean up this room and see how it does. So here's the app. It did a good job of mapping my home. Then the carpet verification run, it shows where the carpet is in my house. So now we're gonna tell it to clean this room. You could do vacuum only, but we're gonna do mop. Even though it says mop, it's going to vacuum and mop at the same time. Okay, so the first thing it's gonna do, it's gonna fill the internal water tank up with fresh water, and then it's going to undock, get the mop pad wet, then it's gonna go clean that room. Okay, it undocked itself.
Positioning successful. Starting to clean.
There's that mop pad. It moves back and forth in a scrubbing action.
Bring my mop pad.
Okay, so it's going to travel to the room that it's going to clean first, and then it's preparing the mop pad. It's going to stay in this position. It's squirting water on it to get the mop pad nice and wet. We're going to check obstacle avoidance. We've got a little bit of mud, a bunch of dirt and debris on the floor. So it can go under furniture. That furniture is 4 inches tall. Okay, let's see how the Shark Stratos Never Touch cleans up this big mess. Again, it can blow a puff of air in the corner to get the dirt and debris away from the wall. Wow, that works pretty good. Yeah, so its optical avoidance is not the best. If that toy was taller than 3 inches, it would have seen it, the LiDAR would have picked up on the front. So the sensor on the front does just an okay job. It's not gonna avoid everything if it's lower than 3 inches. So the first thing it did is the perimeter of the room. Now, once that's done, it's got LiDAR navigation, so it's gonna go back and forth in nice straight lines now. Yep, floor is getting squeaky clean. It's doing a good job. Wow. There's what the corner's got just a little bit left in it. So it's going to finish up here. It's going to go auto empty the dustbin, everything that it picked up. That corner is almost perfectly clean.
Cleaning mission complete. Going back to the base.
So it's going to go back and wash that mop and auto empty the dustbin. Now, if it encounters carpet along the way, it will lift up that rear end so that the mop pad doesn't get the carpet wet, because it does have a carpet sensor. And if it was doing a vacuum only event, it can leave that mop pad back at the base station and reattach it. So everything's going into this dustbin, and I can smell that odor neutralizing. Now it's going to wash the mop pad.
Starting to wash my pad.
Now this can take about 3 minutes. That you can hear a water pump kicking on, and that brush is going back and forth. And then every once in a while you'll hear a dirty pump kick on, and you'll see the water start to go into here. And then at the end of the job, it's going to dry it with room. It's just going to blow room temperature air on it to dry it. Okay, so while there is a place for this, the price has to be right. So this needs to be about I mean, in my opinion, I'd like to see it under 300 bucks. I don't know that we ever will. But the Shark Clean app is limited. Like, I cannot tell it to do 2 passes in one room. It can only do 1 cleaning in that room. Their spot cleaning is very limited. It's just a small area, but you can pick the robot up and press this button right here for about the dry button, and it'll clean an area, and same with the wet button. I really just don't see much difference between the Stratos, and they have this is the Power Detect 2-in-1. It seems to be the same robot. I mean, I'll do some more checking, but I just don't know why they have this, because this is not too bad of a robot when the price comes down. Now, the one I am recommending is the thermocharged, the 2900 series. Much better obstacle avoidance sensor, washes with hot water, dries with hot air, and but the vacuuming's about the same. The side brush is the same. So you can see everything's pretty much the same. They just improved a few things, but I was pretty blown away by the obstacle avoidance on that. And it has an LED light. But when you compare it to something like the Q-Revo S5V, sometimes this thing's for, I think this is on sale sometimes for $550. So that's a little bit better of a robot with spinning mop pads, the base station, and mainly the Roborock app is a little bit better. Now, I will be comparing the Shark to the Roomba. Okay, so there's the sound it makes. It says it's starting to dry the mop pad. That washing the mop pad didn't take very long. Sometimes it takes a long time. There's how much water it used. And it did, you know, to say this doesn't work is not true. I mean, that for everyday mopping, your floor is going to be clean. I wished it would have gone a little closer to the wall, but that puff of air worked pretty good. The floor is clean. It just struggles with when hardwood floors next to carpet. It's not really fine-tuned with its carpet sensor. It does an okay job, but you would like for it to get really close to it, and the carpet. And then when it's on carpet, you'd like, just, that's where other robots like that Roborock can do a little bit better job with their carpet sensor. They can they identify the carpet a little bit better in the app. Now, this robot is Just a Dad approved. I get a lot of requests for what's a robot vacuum cleaner that's from an American company. And I always forget about Shark having robots. And they are an American company. This is made overseas, but like iRobot Roomba, they're an American company, and they have their robots are made overseas too. So, but I do get that. Some people want to buy these products, and this is actually an okay product. Sometimes the price is just too high, in my opinion, for the amount of features you're getting. But one thing is for sure, Shark does love to put their stuff on sale. I do anticipate this going on sale for Black Friday, but it is awfully new, so I'm not really sure. I review hundreds of robots and vacuum cleaners, so you don't have to. I purchase these with my own money. That way I can give you my honest opinion. And there are some robots that I highly recommend, like the Mova P10 Pro. It's my 2025 absolute favorite robot. And on my website, you can find it as my #1. But also, when it goes on sale, sign up for my email. I send an email out when that robot or other robots that I highly recommend. I just sent an email out today. This was on sale for 300 bucks, and you can see it's one of my favorites. Here's what my website looks like. Here's where you can sign up for the email list. If you scroll down here, here's the current robots that are on sale. All you gotta do is click on the button there. It's gonna take you to Amazon. And here are my #1 through #12 picks, and I'm adding others as the price goes down. And I will be adding the Dreamy Matrix 10, the Mova, Mobius 60. I also review other products. So up here, I do carpet cleaners. These are my best portable spot cleaners and upright cleaners. These are ones that I have tested and absolutely love. And you can find the video for these also. I even have some fun categories, gifts dads will love, gifts under 50. These are just items that I have myself that I use all the time. And for a while, I reviewed several coffee makers. So this is just a small list of the coffee makers that I reviewed, but these are some of the best ones. And when I was reviewing coffee makers, I branded my own coffee. Click on Buy My Coffee. It'll take you to my coffee website where you can purchase Just a Dad Simple Sip coffee in the K-Cup form, whole bean, or already ground. There's also a frequently asked questions. There's also a contact me. If you fill that out, if you got a question, I'll try to get to your email as soon as I can. And when the big Amazon deals come up, again, I take pictures. I show you exactly the robots that I approve of, and then I give you a link to where you can purchase it. Again, if you click on this link, it's going to take you right to Amazon. If you end up purchasing the product doesn't cost you anymore, but I do get a small commission from the sale. I want justadadapproved.com to be your go-to place to find the products that I highly recommend and love, and I know you'll love also. And I'm going to start getting into more written reviews. I know I do a lot of video reviews, but I'm going to start transcribing those into written reviews that are kind of easy to read and followed by a link. Also on Just a Dad Approved, when we have the big sales, we got Black Friday coming up. I'm going to list all the sales and I'll have really quick access for you. So if you're just looking for the best robot to buy, go to justadadapproved.com. There'll be a little spot you can click on and purchase the product. So thanks everybody. I absolutely love what I do and I couldn't do it without your support. I also have channel memberships. So we're having a lot of fun. I'm starting to do more live streams, and in those live streams, you can have a custom emoji. We're having fun with it, kind of spinning mop pads, roller mop pads. So check out my channel membership. It's also another way of helping support my channel. But during these question and answer periods, I'm going to try to schedule them on a regular basis, and you can just ask me any question you would like. Here's my YouTube channel. If you click on memberships, here's what the custom emojis look like. I only have 4 of them so far, but as we get more members, we can create more emojis, and I'll create an emoji to whatever everybody else decides. So thanks everybody for watching. If you could, please like, subscribe, and check out my website, justadadapproved.com.